Hello everyone and welcome to 9-inch Charge. Today we're going to have a look at the brand new Age of Sigmar roadmap. We'll have a look at what's already been revealed, but really what I want to do with this video is have a look at the 6 brand new Battletomes that are going to be released before the end of the summer. They come in 2 of each variety, 2 of Chaos, 2 of Death and 2 of Order. Just before we begin, if you enjoy Age of Sigmar news and you enjoy speculating about what might be coming out in the future for Age of Sigmar, please drop the video a like. It really means a lot to me and it helps the channel out. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future and you'd like to see more content about the upcoming Battletomes and you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Okay, so the 3 Battletomes coming out this winter are Slaves to Darkness, which we've known about for quite a long time because of leaks, and then Games Workshop revealed it quite early on, quite a way back. But the really interesting ones are Beasts of Chaos are getting a brand new Battletome, and that is coming with a brand new Beast Lord model. A bit of a shame that some of the older kits in the range aren't getting a revamp, but there is a new Beast Lord model, and I do really like this range actually as it is, even though some of the models may look a bit tired now. Gloomspite kits are also getting a brand new Battletome after what seems like quite a wait. When we looked at the previous roadmap, we did think that they might have come out a bit sooner than what they have, but here they are before the end of the winter. Now they've got some really cool models coming out with them. This is something that we saw in Underworlds first, and now it's come out for Age of Sigmar as a full unit. And these are not Wolf Riders, Snarlfang Riders. And I think these are really cool models. I'm really excited about these. The thing I hope most about these is that the wolves are kind of an appropriate size that you could put another model on top. I'd quite like to have some humans or some elves riding these, but I have to wait until I see them because obviously goblins or grots, as they like to be called in Age of Sigmar, are quite small. I don't think that we'll see anything else for these Battletomes, but you never know. Sometimes they tease one wave and then there's a second wave. There were rumours going back a way that there'd be a new Jabberslith model for the Beastmen, but I don't know if we'll see that, to be honest. I am holding out hope against hope that we will see a Doom Diver come back just for Joseph Skiles though. Okay, so with those announced, let's move on to what is coming up. And there are going to be a whopping 6 Battletomes coming up, 5 in the spring, which is just phenomenal. It's going to be a great time to be playing Age of Sigmar. The number of Battletomes left for them to do actually is quite small, so it's not too difficult to guess what they might be actually. The Order Battletomes, for these guys, the only Battletomes left to come out now are Caradron Overlords and Seraphon, unless they do something like Dawnbringer Crusades. I don't think that it will be Dawnbringer Crusades. The reason for that is I think we're still a way off from that, and I do actually think that Dawnbringer Crusades is going to come out closer to the release of Warhammer the Old World, which I hope is at the end of next year, and then we'll see what happens to the Cities range as they merge with Warhammer the Old World and Cities becomes a Dawnbringer Crusades. Now that's just my prediction, but I think that we're quite a way off from that happening if that is what happens. So I'm pretty solid in saying that these 2 books will be Caradron Overlords and Seraphon. The Seraphon range is very extensive, and although it does need a little bit of an update here and there, I don't actually think we'll see anything new for this. It might be a hero, something like that. Caradron Overlords, on the other hand, their range I think is quite small. I don't know that we'll see anything new, but I would really like to see something new. Although the range is small, it does feel quite complete. It does have a little bit of everything, but I think there's something else they could squeeze in there. So fingers crossed, because I really love the range, and I'd quite like to do an army of these myself. I did used to have an army of these, but I got rid of it, and now I've got the itch again. I suppose the only other option that it could be, which is really far out of left field, and I'd be so surprised if they did it, it would be a bigger shock than Dawnbringer Crusades, would be to do some kind of Malarian Shadow Elves. Now, we've been talking about these quite a lot on the channel, but I can't see it, to be honest. I think the lore isn't quite in the right place yet. They would be very out of left field. So I'm going to say Caradron Overlord and Seraphon, but I don't know in which order. I don't know which one's going to be spring and which one's going to be summer. For Chaos, the only 2 Battletomes that haven't yet been done are Hedonites of Slaanesh and Blades of Khorne. Now, Hedonites of Slaanesh did get a really big range review with their mortals. It doesn't feel like that long ago, so I don't think we'll see so much for them. And Blades of Khorne have had big updates. I mean, they've been a bit of a poster army since the beginning of Age of Sigmar, in my opinion, being a starter box launch. So I don't think we'll see a lot for either of these. Maybe a hero each, something like that. I think those are pretty safe bets. The only one out of left field that I can think of, it could be Chaos Dwarves. Now again, really unlikely, but they were mentioned in the Crawl Boys Battletome in the lore, so we know they're kicking about in Age of Sigmar somewhere, but I don't think we're quite ready for them. Again, same as Malarian Shadow Elves, the lore hasn't quite taken us to a point where I feel like we're ready to see these yet, and we need to get these books out because they haven't had an update in some time. And as for death, the 3 Battletomes that haven't yet been updated are Flesh Eater Courts, Ossiarch Bone Reapers, and Soulblight Gravelords. Now, of the 3, I don't think it'll be Soulblight Gravelords because I think Flesh Eater Courts and Bone Reapers need an update ahead of them, so I'd be quite surprised if it was Soulblight. I don't quite know what we could see with a release for these. For the Bone Reapers, I'd quite like to see some more tech archers. Not that the game necessarily needs any more mortal wound shooting or anything like that, but I think they'd be a cool unit type and they'd look really good on the tabletop. For Flesh Eaters, I'm not sure, but hopefully something a bit more than just another hero. But this is, all in all, a massive amount of Battletomes to come out in quite a short period of time. Now, this is going to be a great year for Age of Sigmar, and I'm pretty convinced that they're doing this because next year, I've convinced myself that it's going to be a new edition of Warhammer 40k. I think that will come out in the summer to coincide with Warhammer Fest, and then we may see Warhammer the Old World in the winter, but not sure about that one. So I think the message really overall is enjoy this year as much as you can. Let's get the updated Battletomes, let's learn them, because we're going to be playing with them all through next year without too many updates by the looks of it, because I think 40k is going to take up a lot of the calendar. Now, with all that said and done, please let me know what you think your predictions are for these Battletomes, and also let me know what your predictions are for units that are going to come out alongside them. I'm especially interested to hear your wildcard choices as well. But as ever, thank you very much for watching. Happy wargaming. I hope all your charge rolls are at least a 9, and I will catch you next time.